Hello, welcome back to the last of the 5 procedures for a successful bedrock structure that will take your business to the next level. And this one is all about leadership. You know, all that was spoken about, if you put all together, in the end, it's about the individual that is behind the network structure. Systems work, businesses work, but they are down to the individual behind those systems and behind those businesses. I normally put it this way. Companies don't succeed, businesses don't succeed, individuals succeed. So now let's focus on leadership. Now, procedure, the final of these 5 procedures is the procedure for an effective leadership. An effective leadership. You know, this is one business that is built through either you have charisma, or the second thing is you have a proper structure in place. Those are the 2 things that build the business. Normally, it is very difficult to have both, but then you should be very strong in at least one of them. Leadership charisma. That is something that oftentimes is difficult to put on. But then if you don't have that in place, you should be able to make up for it by putting in place a very dynamic structure that people that come in, even if you are the quiet type that doesn't talk much and the rest of them, but they come in and they see the structure, effective system you've put in place, they respect you for that. And you're asking me, Elliot, how can I do this? Very, very simple. Buy books and read, study on any area of interest you want to improve in your life. That's the bottom line. Leadership, as you begin to read, a lot of times there's a lot of books nowadays. You have audio books that if you don't want to sit down and read, you're driving, or if you're not even driving a car, you buy one of these ear thing, iPod and the rest of them, and download all these materials into it and plug something onto your ear as you're in the bus, on the train, or anywhere you are, or if you're in the car, the better. I've turned my car into a university, literally. And I do a lot there. The whole place is filled with materials. Now, back to our point on leadership. You know, all that was spoken about in this very business, the very propelling power that takes you to higher height in this business is influence of leadership. So on leadership here, the tool for leadership literally is effective communication. If you want to ask, what is this leadership? What is this? I put it this way, in a simple language. Right from day one, establish a very simple but a dynamic communication structure for your business from day one. Let me put it in practical layman language. That means before somebody comes into your network now for this new business you're about to build, have a structure in place of communication, how you want to reach these people. A lot of people think that it is enough just to bring people into this very business. If you bring people into this very business, that is how fast they're going to be living as well if there is no proper, cohesive leadership structure in place. Leadership has nothing to do with university degree or how you dress or whether you're a man or woman and the rest of it. None of all this. It's about effective communication structure. Let me give you practical examples. You receive text from the head office, from your leaders and the rest of them on a weekly basis, either about meetings, about promotions, about major events coming and the rest of them. You receive likewise emails and the rest of them. In the following weeks, we're going to be doing some training here in the head office, and I will be doing one of them, which is centered on how to create an email structure whereby any information email that comes to you, maybe as a star 4, as a star 5, and the rest of them, start it now. It's not too early. Even if it's only one person you have in your team, I will help you to create an email structure if you don't have that in place already, so that all such email, you know how to forward them. Maybe you can add something to it. You start from that. If you don't know what to write here, you can start by just forwarding them to your people. If it's only one person, as they're increasing, so anybody, a leadership I'm talking about, include things like this. So if that is your aim, then you then have in mind anybody coming into your team henceforth, you collect their email address, not just the head office. The head office is not about to build your business. They're there, their staff. You are the CEO. You are the businessman. You are the businesswoman. You don't need to be full-time in the business to do any of all these things we're talking about. Create an effective communication structure. Not only one, use text, use email, use a few other things, your telephone and the rest of them. Create enough of them to communicate. The last part is this. Effective leadership means that you are able to establish a very strong dynamic structure of communication between you and the immediate 5 or 10 or 15 people that are directly responsible to you in your network structure. But then don't choose the alternative of going beyond them and reaching every other person. Of course, your email structure can contain that, but deliberately encourage those people that are your immediate downlines to possess and put in place the same similar structure that you've put in place. In other words, when you send out a message now, in the proof of it is this, when you send out a message to this immediate 15 or 20 people in your team, now within the next 15 or 20 minutes, let's say there are 500 people in your team, that message is sent on by your immediate team members to their immediate downlines, and those people must have been trained to do the same thing. So the message comes on to them and it goes on so segment by segment, layer by layer. And within a period of about 5 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes at the most, a message that you send to only 15 people has gone down the system to about 500 people. You don't need a college education to be able to establish a structure like this. It's simple leadership structure. There are books you can buy to attain this. But this is the bottom line. The day you've succeeded in establishing such a structure, you have just in your own word created the little Richard Branson. And it is my wish that in the coming months, in the coming years, I see you actually achieving the result that you hope for in this very business. We have things lined up in the back line. In the front line of your business, it may not have reflected yet, but there are a lot going on at the background, which will filter through the front line of your business very, very soon. It looks promising. I'm excited about the business right now, and we are all going to the top. I'll see you next. Thank you very much.